Hello, this is the amateur. Welcome to my channel. I am the amateur because I'm not necessarily a professional in any way, shape, or form, but we're kind of just here to have a conversation. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking literature, movies, pop culture, specifically as it pertains to the book and movie Chaos Walking. So I have not. Okay, so let me just back up and give some background. So I'm a really avid reader. I used to be, and just kind of some insight to my background and my sister's background. All of my sisters love to read. It was really ridiculous. It's like we were nerds. I did get picked on. It's fine, but we stayed at the library. We didn't really have cable TV. We just read a lot, and so for us, and I kid you not, our punishment was our mother taking our books away. Like we were forbidden from reading our books until we'd done our chores. That was our punishment, right? So that's how bad we were. And then I used to like wake up in the middle of the night, crawl to my parents' room, take my book out, read by the light of the hallway until I was satisfied with where I was and take it back. Nerd alert. All to say, I'm an avid reader. I very much prefer to read the books more so than before I watch a movie, just because I feel like I need to establish the nature of the fantasy or whatever it is in my head first before having it ruined and tarnished by whatever director or producer does. And that's why actually I've never read the fourth book of Harry Potter. I probably should because I saw the movie first and I started I like tried to read the book at the time and I just couldn't get through it because I kept envisioning the movie and like how things didn't match up or didn't compare and it just like threw me off. I was like, all right, I can't do this. On to the next one. But I think I'm gonna go back and read it one of these days. Also to say is like I was a super avid reader when I was younger. And then getting into college, that went away just because I was trying not to die. But I started to pick up my interest in reading again, and especially when I saw I'm a huge fan of Tom Holland. He has my heart. He doesn't literally have my heart, but he's so cute, so sweet, and he's with Zendaya. So happy for them. Point of the matter though is, so I saw Chaos Walking, the trailer, found out that it was a novel first. It was a trilogy, and so of course I had to read the book first, and could not put the books down. It's really it's it's an intense book, honestly. Like the series, I definitely cried at the end. I was bawling by the end of the book. I'm one of those. um, but yeah, so I loved the trilogy. So it's just for I guess a brief summary of it, and there will be spoilers if you're unaware of what the plotline is. But essentially, there is a new Earth that has two moons. It goes around the Earth a little bit differently. All the men on the Earth are infected. I would say infected, but there is a phenomenon that's called the noise, where all of their thoughts are projected out into the ether. Every single person can hear their thoughts, but women don't have that, so they're super secretive, super elusive. So already you kind of see that man-woman dynamic going on, um, but the book revolves around the main character whose name is Todd. He was the youngest boy in his area, um, and all the women were killed um, in a war that we later find out about. But anyway, an incoming ship lands on the planet, and he finds her, runs away. His dads get killed. It's like this whole big thing. Um, it's just a really amazing book. But point of the matter is, so you have this trilogy, this novel. I didn't really explain that at all, did I? Oh well. But you have the movie, and so I was on a flight. I was on a really long flight, and so that was one of the movies that they offered. But it was so I could only get through like the first 20 minutes of it, and like just everything about it was wrong. It was wrong, and I did not like that. It's like I mean they had Nick Jonas in it, and he's also like a cutie, but other than that, it's like everything about it was just off and wrong, and it's like it's just one of those things where if you don't have the basal plot of the book in line and in order, it's just gonna mess everything up. So I couldn't even watch the rest of the video. I just went to sleep because I'm like, I can't do this. And so actually, I can't really tell you too much about the movie or if it's good or not. Like if you have no interest in reading the book, I don't even know. Like I don't even know if they made the entire Chaos Walking movie from just like all they smashed all three of the individual books into one movie. Like I feel like that's what they did, and like don't do that. So it's like so one thing I don't understand about, again, to preface, I'm like jumping around everywhere. I'm so sorry about that. But just to kind of preface, like I'm not a movie buff. I have not seen a lot of movies. I have not seen a lot of movies. So I can't really tell you much about cinematography and videography and all the other stuff. I don't know. But point of the matter is I feel like with when you have the book, why do directors and producers just not follow the book? I don't get that. I don't get that. Like they give you everything. They give you the script. They give you the the plot. They give you the details. Just kind of like follow that as best as you can. Add your little flair or whatever. But like, why do so many people go off script? I don't understand that. But the main thing that I wanted to bring up in my little rant of frustration with Chaos Walking, the book trilogy versus the movie, is, again, if it is something that really should have done more research on this before talking. Anyway, I'm an amateur for a reason. But if they did condense all three books into one movie, it's one of those things where I find it really, really interesting when we, like, the choice to make a book series a movie versus making it a series and the different dynamics that you play, because the books aren't really fast paced. It does kind of jump around in history a lot, but it's not something that moves as quickly as you might want a movie to do. But I feel like if they had made it into a series, like a TV series, or not even on TV, but just a series, where they actually are able to show that slow growth and character development, that would have actually captured the intensity of the books, if that makes any sense. Because a lot of the stuff in the books, and it just kind of goes for everything as far as what movies should have been series versus what movies should have been, or what series should have been made to movies, or books into series versus books into movies. And I had that same issue with Percy Jackson. Love those series. Rick Riordan. It's all about Greek mythology, and they tried making two botched movies. And part of the issues with these types of movies is that it involves young adults, and I know there's an issue with child actors in the industry and the payment issues and all the other stuff. But I think where you're supposed to see them grow through time, it helps to start off with a younger actor. I think the Percy Jackson series could have totally been made into like the next Harry Potter if they'd actually done it right, if they'd actually gotten young characters and actually followed the script that the book gives. But I digress. Point of the matter is with back to Chaos Walking, is that I think it was definitely something that should have been a book series, and they could have even started it off like adding on to the vague details that the book gives, because like it's like I get you, like the directors and producers and whatnot want to have their own kind of creative input into a story that's already been created and told, but again, like I feel like you shouldn't take out the essential items of the book in order to tell the story. And so what they could have done, especially if, instead of making it a movie, make it into a TV series, and then also being able to kind of better set the lay of the land of the environment, maybe do a little bit more of the oh crap, forget the name. I think it's the Spock, the spores, the spoke, the speak, the spackle. Sorry. So they could have done, they could have added a little bit more. They could have filled in the blanks of some of the details that kind of hinted at or vagued at. Like they could have started off the TV series with the first crew entering into the atmosphere, them establishing their towns, how the spackle and the first, like how that first war kind of came to be, to like, you know, just kind of set up the background of the history. But that was just my complaint, just a quick little rant, I think. Yeah. Okay. So this is one of the first videos of me not talking about anything like politics or lives or anything while dating. So bear with me. I'm an amateur for a reason. Okay, gosh darn it. But thank you for watching this video. Comment below if you are into books and things that I should read if you think it's a good read. I'm super big into fiction. Nonfiction, I gotta take that one with a grain of salt. But romance novels, I'm a sucker for those. But anyway, yeah. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.